Dating after 60 can be very exciting and also a little nerve-wracking, especially when it comes time for your first meetup with someone that you've connected with online. Hi, I'm Marie, and today in this video, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 first date tips. From staying safe to feeling confident to having fun, these tips will give you a peace of mind while helping you enjoy your first date. So let's get to my top 10 tips for your first date. Now, some of these are common sense, but I think it's good to just go over them again because some of these I didn't always follow and I got into some issues. Anyhow, number one, meet in a safe public place. Meet somewhere like a cafe, a coffee shop, or a casual restaurant. This keeps things safe and comfortable and allows you to relax if you know that there's people around. Avoid private or secluded spots. So, like don't go hiking on your first date because it's, likely that you're going to be in some secluded area. Number two, let someone know where you're going. Always tell a friend or a family member where you're going, who you're going with, and what time you're going to be there. And you can even share your live location with this person, so that way it might give you a peace of mind. Number three, drive yourself or arrange your own transportation. Don't let your date pick you up. You want to keep your home address private and you don't want to let them know where you live. I had this situation once where I had connected with a person online. We'd been going back and forth, and so we were planning our first date. And it was going to be like on Thursday. And then what happened is I had to take my car into the shop. And so I had to cancel our date, and I told him I have to postpone it until next week. Well, he said, "Oh, I don't mind. I can swing by and pick you up, and then we can go to a restaurant by your house." And I was so tempted because I really wanted to meet this person. I didn't want to have to wait a whole another week. But then something inside me said, no, 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 no. I know, you're always supposed to meet somewhere in a public place at first. And so I told him that, and he was fine, and we just postponed it for the week after. Also, having your own way there and back gives you independence and an easy exit if needed. Number four, keep the first date short. Plan for a coffee, a drink, or a light lunch rather than a long evening. That way, if it's going well, you can always extend the date, and if it's not, then you can leave without dragging it on too long. And if there's a spark, you can always plan the second date. Number five, dress for confidence. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something that feels comfortable, flattering, and gives you that little extra boost of confidence. Confidence can shine brighter than any outfit. It's important to feel comfortable. I recently went on a date, and the guy was 6'2", and I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'3", and so I decided I want to wear high heels. And I don't like wearing high heels. I don't feel comfortable in them, but I do have some. And so I wore some high heels. I mean, I had a casual outfit on, but I wore some high heels that they were kind of thick sole, like this thick, and they were kind of sloped. And so we met in the parking lot, and then we had to go up a couple stairs to get into the restaurant. And then the waiter seated us up another couple flights of stairs. And so I'm going up all these stairs. I have to hold onto the railing thinking, oh my God, what if I twist an ankle? And then after we sat down later, I had to go to the restroom. I thought, oh my God, I got to get up and walk in these high heels. And so I was just so uncomfortable. And so I thought, okay, I'm never doing that again. I'm wearing my flat shoes because that's what I feel comfortable in. So just dress for confidence and what feels comfortable to you. Number six, have a conversation plan. Sometimes first dates can be a little nerve-wracking, so it's always good to have some easy questions ready. Look at their profile before you go, so you can maybe ask things that were in their profile. You can ask about travel, hobbies, what they like to do in their spare time. Keep it light and fun, and save the heavy stuff like finances, exes, or even politics, for a future date. Number seven, keep personal details private at first. Don't share things like your home address, your finances, or your daily routines, especially your daily routines. I had a situation a couple years ago where this person lived like 3 hours out of town, right? And we had moved our conversation offline, and so we exchanged phone numbers. So we were texting back and forth, and I must have shared with him that, I work at home, I get off work at 3, so he knew, my time's work schedule. And then one morning he said, "Oh, good morning. What do you have planned for the day?" And so I said, "Oh, after work, I'm going to be going to the home goods store." And he's like, "Oh, you have a home goods store in your town?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, there's a few. I'm going to go to the one. I like to go to the one by the airport." So it's after work, and I'm at the home goods store, and my phone is ringing, and it's him. And I'm like, "What is he calling me for?" Because I had never actually talked to him on the phone before. And I thought, "God, this is odd." And so I answered it, and he's like, "Hi, turn around." And I turn around and I see this guy waving, and he's like, "Hey, is that you? It's me." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I mean, I was horrified. I mean, he drove 3 hours and came and found me. And oh my gosh. And so, I mean, I was nice about it. He stayed and helped me with my shopping and was giving me home decorating tips. But, after he walked me to my car, and then of course he wanted to have dinner. And I'm like thinking, okay, no way am I doing this. And so I said that I was meeting a friend. And so then I never talked to him again. I mean, that was just a little bit too much. So again, do not give out any personal details on your routines. And it's not about being suspicious, it's just being smart until you get to know the person. Number 8, watch for red flags and green flags too. Red flags can be pushiness, disrespectful, or maybe their stories don't quite add up. And green flags are good. Like, are they a good listener? Do you have common interest? Do they ask you questions? Are they taking a genuine interest in you? I hate it when I'm kind of an introverted person, so I don't talk about myself a lot, but I'm more than willing to, ask people questions and get to know them. So I hate it when I ask someone a lot of questions and then they don't ask me anything back. They're just constantly talking about themselves. So that might be a red flag. But if they're asking you questions back and they're interested in what you have to say, that's definitely a green flag. That's good. Number 9, stay in the present moment and have fun. Don't put pressure on yourself or your date to be perfect. See this as an opportunity to meet someone new, share a life, and enjoy the moment. Number 10, trust your gut. Someone once said to me, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not. And I've always just kind of remembered that. So if something feels off, it's okay to politely excuse yourself. And if it feels good, enjoy it. You're taking the first positive step in your dating journey. Okay, and here's my bonus tip. Always have a small exit strategy prepared, like needing to meet a friend afterwards. So that way you can gracefully end the date if it's not going well or you don't think you want to see this person again. So those are my top 10 tips for meeting someone for your first date. Remember, dating after 60 isn't about being perfect. It's about being safe, having fun, and opening yourself up to new experiences. So if you have some good first date tips, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.